That hurt. More verticality. All right, let's do it. Welcome to the Straight Right Card as I arm wrestle my goddamn fucking laptop.
And the laptop's winning.
It is. It's winning right now. And we haven't really quite figured out what the issue is, but we're going to figure it out. At least this is recording at the time. So there's that, I guess. So, I mean, we're going to cover the weekend, Yanks Abroad, and what happened, what they did. And then we'll get to nothing else. We're going to end it because we just did an hour and 20 minutes live.
Well, I mean, not only that, but it's Tuesday right now, so we have a Wednesday show coming out tomorrow, which is this one, and then we're recording again on Thursday.
And as far as U.S. soccer goes, there's not a whole lot of scheisse happening, right?
Nope, it's all club at this point.
I mean, we'd be real arschlooks to continue to cover things that aren't happening.
You know, I heard somebody had posted that USSF posted a Gregg Berhalter interview, but I could not find it for the life of me. What's the name of that guy, production company that posts all of our pressers?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Yeah,
ALT production,
something like that. Yeah. He usually, covers those sort of blurtific interviews that Greg does on the side. And that means dumb fuck in German, by the way. And thank God he does it, because those idiots at USSF don't sometimes.
Stand firm. Their marketing plan as far as the team and the social media and stuff like that is just downright garbage.
It's so amateur hour, dude. It's just so amateur hour. I mean, it's complete garbage. And it's like, if you really want to promote the team, try to be authentic, try to capture the moment. Don't leave out the shitty parts where guys might argue, or there might be a conflict, a small conflict here and there. We never get that. And that's disappointing. And I get it. They want to be pristine. They want this shit to be crystal clear. There are no conflicts. Everything's great. John Brooks flies to the United States and humps Berhalter's wife at night with his approval. Listen, that's what you want us to believe. This is some fairy tale. You want us to believe that Brooks isn't there because he's out of form. All right. Well, you just keep lying. That's fine. You keep lying, but it doesn't look good, and it doesn't smell good either.
Well, I mean, it's just the content they post is very inconsistent, especially since, obviously they have free reign of all the player pool. Obviously it's their player pool. So why not, have them have a media day, if you will, when they're in there? Because I mean, they fly into the camps, they're there for a day or two before first game, and then it's madness. But they're not out there training all day every day. So why not just pull them in, do like a movie premiere type of interview where somebody sits down who's fun to chat with. Bring in somebody like Gooch or Dempsey or something like that has brings a bit of personality to it, and that the players can kind of ease into and have fun with. And then you just post it's like Dempsey talks with Weston and Adams, and they just shoot the shit for like 20 minutes or whatever, and you post that after the camp is gone, after the window's closed. And then you have content that people are going to talk about, people that are going to continue to, enjoy.
And how hard was it? That's not even costs a lot of money to do that.
A camera and a couple lights and a mic.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And somebody who knows what the fuck they are doing. I watched Heath Pierce and Conrad's last show where they kind of talk about Pulisic, and Heath Pierce is like, yeah, sometimes I watch Christian Pulisic and he's really guarded and introverted, and he has 3-word answers to questions. And then other times he kind of opens up. Yes, that's true. What are the ones he's most guarded? U.S. soccer. The Chelsea interviews, he is totally a different person, like by Chelsea TV and those guys. Like he's a totally different person. Why do you think that is? Because he doesn't know who that fucker is asking him questions. And he's distrustful, and he's been told to watch what he says. So by US Soccer. So yeah, his US Soccer interviews blow. They blow balls. They suck. They're horrible. Especially the domestic ones too. Even with the ESPN TV, that was garbage. I mean, it was a horrible interview. It looked like Pulisic had to take a big crap the whole fucking interview. And yeah, when you're that constipated, which sums up Gregg Berhalter's whole style system and operational a plan, which is constipate these motherfuckers as much as possible. And the guys that aren't constipated play the best. De La Torre played the best in the last game because he's not a guy who's going to be constipated. Matthew Hoppe played really good for us when he played for
Plenty
the
of fiber.
Yep. They got plenty of fiber. They have no problem letting one loose in the old bowl if necessary. And that is both, that's a metaphor and literally, I'm sure.
Figurative and literal, yeah.
All right, so let's get on to this report. So Adams was in the 18. He didn't play on Friday. Okay. Luca De La Torre went 90 and a win. And
glad they won.
Played really well again. I mean, if some of these guys start finishing some of the passes he puts in for them, sitters, and they miss them. It's
well, that takes me back to the whole argument we all had about before the window about Luca De La Torre, and people are bringing up the 0 goal, 0 assists. I'm like, well, yeah, the goals are on him, I guess, but I mean, how many? If you watch a highlight reel, how many of these, perfect passes is he making that creates a chance, but they just don't put him away? I'm not saying it's every single time by any means, but it's there.
Right. I mean, Luca Torre, to be fair to the rest of the team, Luca De La Torre can't shoot worth a shit either. I mean, he shoots it at the goalie every time. He's got a sitter. So I guess he can't be too upset when he produces a sitter for another teammate and he kicks it straight at the goalie or kicks it 50 yards over the goal, because that's what he does. So I guess he's got to fix that, and they got to fix that. Heracles has got to, because they must be short like 10 goals this season that were just absolute sitters that they've blown. So there's that. Aronson, 90, a goal, a win. He's on fire, folks. He's on fire. Sam Vines is in the 18, didn't play. I don't know what's really going on there with Sam Vines. He starts, then he doesn't play at all. Then he starts, then he doesn't play at all.
Is it the whole Mackenzie and Genk issue? Is somebody vying for a spot?
It's not that extreme, but I'm starting to be cynical about it a little. So
it's just a weird spot for such a rotation,
Yeah. Ryan Malone, nobody knows who he is. He went 90 for Hansa Rostock in the two Bundesliga. Got an assist. He's a center back. You'll never hear about him. Don't worry about it. Nobody's going to talk about it.
Good work, man. Good work.
He's old. He's like 29, I think, 28. Johan Gomez, Jonathan's older brother, went 30 for Zwickau, and another loss for Joe Enox, the other American manager in Germany that no one talks about, no one cares about, and that's fine. I get why he's coaching in 3 Bundesliga. Tyler Boyd went 10 in a tie in Turkey. Okay, good. I mean, he's just nosedived. His career has nosedived. Sargent, 87 in a loss, expected loss.
But man, that game could have been changed drastically early. This seems to be like Norwich's MO. They have so many chances early on. They don't put them away, and then the other team wakes up and finally starts capitalizing on their chances.
But here's the thing I really noticed in that game. The guy that played right back at the beginning of the game behind Sargent was total junk.
Yeah,
he was the worst player I have ever seen. I think his name's Aarons. He is horrible.
That was
a horrible player.
I honestly think that was a rare game for him because I've seen him play a number of the season, and he's been relatively consistent, a decent player, if not above decent.
He was horrible that game.
I don't necessarily pay attention because I'm not a Norwich fan. I'm really just there to watch Sargent. So the other players, I'll notice some things, but no, I'm pretty positive that he's a consistent right back. And I think he's been pretty solid for the most part, but that was a really shitty game.
How many times did Sargent have to go back and play right back in that game?
Shit. I mean, I guess
way too much.
What he was shadowing Sterling. So I mean, it was it's a tough task for anybody.
When you're asking your right winger to go play right back too, when you already have a right back, that's just absurd. And Aaron's looked, and I don't know, they brought in another guy at like the 65th or something for Aaron's because he was that bad.
Well, I mean, he was running I think he was running on a yellow, and he was just getting turned inside out. Man, he had the almost PK where he got turned inside out, and he spun around, and he nearly just fell right into the City player. But he as he's falling into him, he kind of like spun to the side and missed him. But I was just like, oh my God.
It was a tough game to watch. Yeah. They got slaughtered. And they played a 4-3-3 though. That's kind of. But
new. I mean, that's what they've been playing for most of the year. Just recently, and when Sargent got moved back to the midfield, they kind of went to that empty bucket 4-2-2-2.
They did that. I thought they did 4-4-2 as well at one point. So, I mean, they've been all over the place. Brooks went 90 in a win for Wolfsburg. Guess he's out of form, Brett. He's out of form. Timothy Chandler was in the 18 in that loss to Wolfsburg. Paredes was in the 18. I don't know when he's going to get to play for Wolfsburg. It might take a while.
They're in a tricky situation because they're still vying for points to remain relevant in the middle of the pack. I don't think they're going to drop by any means, but they're low, and I don't think the coaches are really going to be gambling. But who knows?
No.
I mean,
I doubt it. Not as long as they're hanging around that
relegated
hovering.
One historic Bundesliga team. He might do too.
Jesus, I mean, Werder Bremen and Schalke play in Bundesliga too. Who would have ever thought that? Really? Pepe, 30 minutes in a loss for Augsburg. I thought he was fine. He had a couple opportunities, but nothing clear, and he was all right.
Yeah. The big narrative of that game, and I think it was Derek Gray. I think he was announcing the game. Maybe
Derek Gray
was he announcing that game?
I don't remember.
I don't recall anymore. But yeah, the announcers made a point that the Augsburg front office made a point that they kind of wanted to pull back the reins on the whole Pepe situation, and let him settle in, become accustomed to the speed of play, and just not just basically indicate to people that he's here to perform, but he's not going to be the savior right now. He needs to get adjusted. Basically,
yeah. Good idea. Ease him in.
Yeah.
Scally played 1 minute for Gladbach, and now that everybody's healthy, it looks like that might be where he might be stuck for a while, folks. So don't be surprised when Scally's not starting every game.
It's just fascinating that he went the entire season so far as one of the higher ranked wingbacks in Bundesliga, and everybody got healthy, and then he's getting relegated back. I don't know.
Yeah,
it seems a little harsh.
It does, but I'm sure they're going to still rotate because he can play left or right. So he should still get some minutes because he's flexible. And I didn't mean that in a
Said I hope so. He's like 18.
I didn't mean that in a Danica Patrick way, a yoga way. He can play multiple spots. So we'll see how that works out. But don't be surprised if he's not starting. Malik Tillman was in the 18 for Bayern in a loss. His brother Timothy went 83 in a win for Greuther Fürth. And that was pretty amazing. I mean, they won another game. And then Julian Green came in for Timothy Tillman. Hey, maybe it's time to look at Timothy Tillman. Wonder what he could bring to the United States men's national team. Just give him a look, Greg. Give him a sniff. Because he is Julian Green's boss now. Stuttgart's, oh boy. So here, Pellegrino Matarazzo's in a lot of trouble. He's probably going to lose his job soon. Another loss for Stuttgart. They're down in relegation. Doesn't look good for him right now. Pulisic, 60, plus an extra 30 versus Palmeiras. Horrible free kick, but played pretty well, I think, for the most part. Just don't let him take free kicks outside the box. He's not good at it.
No.
Holmes went 24 in a 0-0 tie. Riemann Robinson, another 90 and another win for Fulham. They are way going to be promoted. I mean, it's something is going to have to crash and burn for them not to get promoted to the Premier League again, which is great because Fulham's my team. Ethan Horvath was in the 18, but as we mentioned earlier, the starting goalkeeper, Samba, I can't remember his name. Samba. Slapped some dude aside the head and got a red. So Samba's going to be out for 3 games, which gave Horvath the opportunity to play. Well, those will probably be the 3 games they lose, knowing how that goes. I mean, I hate to be the cynical guy, but it just seems like sometimes that's what happens. So he's going to get a shot to prove, but I don't think he's going to replace him. So Samba, I don't think so. Even after those 3 games are over, I think the manager loves the current goalkeeper. So back to the bench. Mighton got 10, by the way. He's back from injury. He got 10 minutes in that game. So they're easing him back in. Ola Sunday's injured for Preston North End. Weah, 10 minutes for Lille against Gioacchini's Montpellier. They both got about 10 minutes, somewhere around there. And they're both fine. It was okay. Nothing much happened in those last 10 minutes, though. Busio, 55 for Venezia, but then he was replaced by Tessman. And they are now 17th out of 20 teams.
Seems to be a lot of American for American subs going on here.
Yeah. I got to tell you, Venezia, man, they got to be nervous. I mean, they did win the game, which takes them a little further out of that relegation area, but they're going to have to start winning more. But at least both of them are playing. And I heard reports that people thought Tessman played better than Busio. I did not get to watch the game, so I'm just going to have to take their word for it.
Venezia is currently in 18th place.
Are they down to 18th even after that win?
I think it. I don't know if that just comes to alphabetical order. I'm sure there's some other breaking point like goals for, but they have the same goal differential as Cagliari.
Well, then it comes down to who has scored more goals.
And I guess, yeah, Cagliari has like 3 more goals. So,
yep. So they're still up. Venezia, they are going to be fighting hard, and they should have bought PFOC. They fucked up. They got an older guy at center forward. They bought, and I hope that works out for them. And they did buy Nani, so maybe that'll help too. Duncan did not dress for Ostenda. Gooch did not dress. He's injured for Sunderland. Marlon Fossey went 90 for Bolton, 2 levels down in another win. He got a goal and an assist. This is all on Saturday. Maurice Malone went 20 for Heidenheim in a loss. Terrence Boyd, 90 for Kaiserslautern. Marcel Costley, 85 for Waldhof Mannheim in a 0-0 tie. Justin Butler actually played 5 minutes. He's left Ingolstadt. He's now at Waldhof Mannheim. Sorry. Creighton Brown, center back, 90 minutes for Bonner SC. He's a 20-year-old kid playing in the 3rd Bundesliga. Malik
team name, I swear to God, every time.
What's that?
I said that team name every time.
Bonner?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like you pronounce it Boner? Okay, yeah. I get it.
Every time I just get as many chuckles, like, what's a Bonner? That's a reference to a Family Guy. Stewie has that. He's reading a book. Trying to think of what it's whenever, I don't know, but it's with older Stewie, and he goes, he's trying to read little Stewie's trying to read older Stewie to coach him on how to have sex, and he's reading a book and he goes, what's a Bonner? So that's
well, this is
my hearing, it just reminds me of it.
This at least is spelled Bonner. So
Yeah.
2 N's. So no boner. It's Bonner. Malik Sanogo, 45 for Union Berlin's U19s. Danielle Palufo, Wheezy in the 18 for Underhocking's U19s. Philippe Akem, 15 minutes for Hoffenheim's U19s. That's a guy I'm sure not a lot of people have heard about.
Yeah, he's
Philippe
FC
Akem.
Dallas.
Yep,
FC Dallas kind of good. Yeah.
Another one. Lucas Tamarez in the 18 for Hoppenheim's U19s in that loss. He did not get to play. Novakovic, 85 in a loss. So so Frosinone got rid of one of their other center forwards. So it's like pretty much Novakovic now. He should start the rest of the season. But if they keep losing, that's not going to be good. Ben Lederman, yeah, I'm still bringing him up because he is not officially a Polish player. He only played for the youth team. 57 minutes for Rocco Szczesachowa in a win, and they are second in Poland right now. So they're doing really well, and he's a starter for that team. Reggie Cannon, 90, playing at right center back again in a 1-1 tie. Sebastian Soto moved to Livingston on loan from Norwich City. Livingston plays in the Scottish Premiership, so maybe he'll get a minute. He hasn't so far. He got there back in December, late December, hasn't played a game for Livingston. So, oh boy, that's not good. And then there's another American on Livingston I didn't know about, or I did, and I forgot about it. And that's Brian Schwacke. He is a goalkeeper that plays for Livingston. And he is only, I think he's like 18 years old. EPB, we moved to Sunday. EPB 90 for Torre in a 5-1 loss. Really bad. Whenever you lose 5-1, you couldn't have had a good game if you're a center back.
No.
Conrad did not dress. I guess he's still slightly injured, or there's something else going on I don't know about. Toljan is injured. McKenny had a great game for Juventus. Musa, 90 in a loss for Valencia. Miazga in the 18 for Alves, did not play, but they beat Valencia. Jonathan Gomez, Real Sociedad, 2. I think he went the full 90. I watched all the highlights and the all his touches, I should say. It's all right. Wasn't great, but it's first game, so let's give him a break. You know, it was weird watching him play against other boys, though. That was weird, like all these young kids. When I've been watching him playing highlights versus real men in USL, and now he's playing against a lot of boys, young boys like him. And he didn't. He was okay.
Boys like him.
He should have made a move to young boys. Played with PFOC. Des went 90 in a win. It was okay. Okay,
we'll take it.
I mean, I'm not going to get into it because, listen, nothing dramatic or important happened. He just did an okay job. That's it. Reyna did not dress. He's got some sort of syphilis. No, he doesn't. But that's a joke.
The 2-week stomach flu, apparently.
Come on. How do you someone got the flu or the stomach flu and you're like, yeah, you're out for 2 weeks, bitch.
Yeah. Somebody in the
live chat,
somebody in the live chat said the same thing. Basically, it's like, how does one dictate an illness is gonna the duration of the illness like this? Hey, you'll be out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What illness outside of a disease or like you have actual like ailment? What?
Yeah. Which one of them has a 2-week length?
Fuck has a 2-week length? Yeah.
Gonorrhea. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something. I can't. It's an illness that he's going to be out for 2 weeks. Oh, well, there is one I can think of. What's the kissing disease? Mono. That's 2 weeks.
Is it 2? I thought it was like a month.
No, I didn't think it's a month anymore. I think they used to be worried about.
I will say there are people out there who are not affected in the slightest by mono, and then there are some people out there who get destroyed by it.
Yeah, I had it when I was 16. No biggie. Didn't even know I had it till I went in. They were like, "Oh, by the way, your son has mononucleosis." I'm like, "Mononucleosis? That sounds horrible." And no, they told me what it was. They said, "Oh, that's just a kissing disease. You'll be fine." I'm like, well, I have been kissing Jessica Drum quite a bit lately, so I get it.
Docs who you made out with in high school.
My first love, Jessica Drum. All right. That's true. It's a true story.
No, that's good.
Chris Richards injured. Paredes did not play on Sunday. I don't know what Chris Richards injury was. So, but Bello played 30 minutes for
didn't they come out and say that it wasn't as serious as they thought, or am I thinking of somebody else?
I don't remember either, because this was
an ankle
Sunday
injury that he
and
got.
it's Tuesday.
Was it an ankle injury from the US, or did he come back and start playing after that?
Yeah, it was some sort of like
foot or ankle.
Yeah. It was. I don't think it's serious. It's like an ankle gonorrhea. It's not that serious. It goes away fast. With
rub some dirt on it.
Rub some dirt. Take some antibiotics. You're good to go. Although gonorrhea is one of those things that doesn't go away. Apparently, I don't know. I haven't had it. I just been told. And that's a true story. Cole Bassett is in the 18 for Feyenoord. Didn't play. Keith Perry still injured for 20. God, just put that on recorder and just push play.
You should. I think it'd be hysterical to listen to it. You know, click. Keith Perry is still injured. Keith Perry is still injured.
Alan Sonora 56 for Independiente and a loss. He got yanked for poor play. Yeah. Then McKenzie got 90 for Genk, which I didn't see coming. So good for him. Durkin was in the 18 for St. Truden, didn't play. Seems like he's kind of losing favor at St. Truden. It's been like that all season. Reynolds 90 for Kortrijk. 1-1 tie. Male Corbeaux 72 for Verl and a tie. Dylan Williams 80 for Eintracht Nordstedt. Diakite 15 for Sonnenhof and a loss. Quincy Butler 90 and a loss. Or no, he just played 90 for Hoffenheim too. Ty Walker, Kaiserslaughter's U19s 90. Nicholas Dossman in the 18 for Mainz's U19s. Didn't play. Rotundo 38 for Schalke 2 and a loss. Got yanked after 38 minutes. I hope that's because he was injured. Otherwise, that's not good.
Yeah.
Wingo 90 in Hungary. Sebastian Salcedo 66 got an assist for Pumas. Alex Mendez played for Vizela. I didn't write down the minutes. Shaq Moore 15 for Tenerife. Samuel Shashua in the 18 for Tenerife. It seems like both of those guys are falling out of favor at Tenerife. It's really weird. They were like regular starters, both of them, and now it's like not very often do they play. James Sands played for Rangers. Talk about Jonathan Gomez. And now Monday, Matthew Hoppe is in the 18. Didn't play again. That's getting a little worrying at this point. And with all the reports that Matthew Hoppe is like the best player in practice that we're getting. And just not getting to play. What a shitty situation to be in. It's not like Mallorca has a lot of great forwards. I mean, they just don't. Why not give this kid a chance at wing or striker on occasion? Give him a 10 or 15 minutes. I don't like this Mallorca manager. I think he's a cocksucker, and I don't like him. Daryl Dike's injured. Didn't play for West Brom. Hyder, 90 for Osnabrück and a tie. Stanko, 90 for PAS in Greece. They're still in the top 4 and another win. Ledesma, another 45 for PSV2. Did Sealy go back to FC Dallas? Because he wasn't even in the lineup. Or is he injured? I don't know, but he wasn't on there.
I don't think he's back at Dallas, but I don't know what his
I don't know if the loan ended because he was on a loan, as far as I remember. And that's pretty much it. And Tuesday was just Christian Ramirez went 90 and a tie in Scotland. And Marlon Fossey went another 90 for Bolton and another loss for Bolton. So other than that, I think we're done for the night.
One correction.
Yeah.
Did Novakovic's team Frosinone?
Frosinone, yeah.
Okay.
Frosinone.
No,
yeah.
They are in 7th place in Serie B. They're not anywhere near relegation.
I didn't say they were.
You said that if they keep losing games, they're going to be in trouble.
No, they're going to be in trouble in the sense that they're not going to be able to get promoted. This is the second season in a row. They have been near the top, sniffing the top, but as the end of the season happens, they fall apart. I mean, at one point last season, Frosinone had been in the top 4 almost the whole season. And then at the last half or last quarter of the season, they just lost every game. And they dropped all the way down to like 11th or 10th. I don't remember what it was, but they dropped quite rapidly. And they're doing the same thing now. So I hope that doesn't happen. And Novakovic is not really in the picture anyhow, so it's not a big deal. But I'm trying to figure out where Brian Ko went, by the way, because he doesn't play for Victoria Berlin. Did he go back to Wolfsburg? I mean, did he not? I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up. But that pretty much does it, I think. And we'll be back. And by the way, the dude that makes the videos about tiger sharks on YouTube, hey, dude, figure out the difference between a tiger shark and a sand tiger. Like, if you're doing a video about tiger sharks, don't post up pictures of sand tigers. They're totally different sharks. They look totally and absolutely different. And Discovery Channel did this a while back too. It's like a year ago on Shark Week or whatever.
Well, it was even strangers when they mixed it up with a Siberian tiger. I mean, that wasn't even the same species.
Like a big fucking striped tiger swimming in the ocean. It's like, dude, do you not know the basic difference between certain sharks? A sand tiger they have the big jagged jaws and shit. They look nothing like a tiger shark. A tiger shark will eat goddamn plates, license plates, and whatever, bones. They don't care. They'll eat it all. Sand tiger you can't find shark attacks, not many, by a sand tiger. They don't attack humans. Tiger sharks will eat anything. They will attack you and eat you if they can get a chance to do it. So if you're going to be doing documentaries about sharks, at least know your fucking sharks. Jesus, how hard is that? It's not hard. It's not difficult. Buy a book, read one about sharks. Go online. You can Google.
It's strange that you're watching shark videos still.
I know, Brett. They keep popping up on my YouTube.
I mean, I don't like spiders, but I'm not subscribed to Tarantula's, city.
I'm not subscribed to any of these things, but because on occasion I watch a shark video, now I get 1/3 of my feed is shark videos. So I just watch them, and then what? I'm just punishing myself because then more come up.
You just got to change your algorithm, Derek. You got to start watching like naked yoga or something like that.
I'd watch naked yoga with Danica Patrick if she had that show. But otherwise, yoga bores me. All right, that's enough.
Before I get naked yoga.
Naked yoga with Danica.
Danica was just saying, YouTube naked yoga, not on our channel.
You can't have naked yoga on YouTube.
Go on your personal one and Google it.
What do they blur out all the parts?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it. I just know it's there.
Well, of course they blur out the parts. You can have naked people on YouTube.
It's educational, Derek.
No,
you can do anything under the educational field.
No, because if that were true, they'd have like the what are the retreats, the naked beaches, and all that. Who are the nudists? The nudists, right? You have people who believe in nudism, like they're nudists. They don't wear clothes. That's how they live their lives. There's no educational video of nudists on YouTube I'm sure they're not, especially if they're not censored, like have all the blurry parts over the nipples and the junk and stuff. You can't do that, Brett. I don't know what you're thinking.
All right, I'm just doing this because we're not using the video here.
No.
So, there you go.
What? Shooting an art model's pose for post-based, and she's naked.
Look at this one.
Holy crap. That's beaver on that shot.
I'm telling
That's
you,
outright beaver.
change your algorithm, Derek.
Holy crap. There are naked people on YouTube. All right. Well, Brett, you're right, dude. You're right. I bow to I mean, your curiosity, I guess. All right, Danica, that's what you got to do next. No, seriously, I love Danica. She's brilliant. She's smart. She's quick. But hey, she does naked yoga. I'm watching. I'll join in. I'll do naked yoga any day. So until the next time on the Straight Red Card, that ended weird. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your grandmother, and we'll be back soon. Later. That hurt.